having a system to where you can have all of your files for that person in a CRM, all your emails attached to that person, all your appointment attached to that person, and being able to have a digital picture of that person so that when you hire another person in to help take your calls, make your appointments, or help you with better communication out, that's where I work with new clients, is seeing where their systems are, how they can get a better picture.
The company I worked for initially, their marketing was word of mouth, newspaper, and flyers. They just mailed them out. And then they get, now you got to get a website and then social media and then collect email addresses and all this sort of stuff because people don't, pick up the phone when you call anymore. And each one of those things requires a different system, a different app, and the things you want to do, they don't normally naturally do. So you got to integrate them together with like something like Zapier or some other app. It's basically duct tape, right? Virtual duct tape. When you talk with a client, you sit down with a client, what's that process look like? When you sit down, are you trying to like evaluate where they're at? Are you trying to help them understand what they're really dealing with? Like, what does that look like? You have an initial client call. Gayla, we need help. What does that look like? Because there are about 9,700 people who are going to listen to this say, yes, I need help with content marketing. How's that work?
In my mind, content marketing has everything to do with how we communicate with our prospects and our clients, our customers, our current customers. So it has everything to do with communication. So when I first sit down with someone and have a good conversation with where are they at right now? What tools are they using?
Okay.
And what systems do they have in place? Whether it's just, I have all of my contacts in my phone and that's where I have them. Do I keep a paper record? I have a little notebook. What are the current systems? And then where do you see yourself in 2 to 5 years? How do you want your company to run? Do you want to be doing everything? Let's create systems. Let's see what your style is, what your current systems are. And do we need to implement things to where we're getting more things out of your head and into the digital world so that you can have assistance? Because a lot of times when we hire somebody for help, it's a struggle just to get what's batting around in our head of how we do things and translate it to the person that's supposed to be helping us. And it gets a little frustrating. So if we create systems that we have ways that we can digitize, like a CRM system, for example, a lot of clients who are coaches or consultants, it's very helpful to have a CRM system, and it can be simple. I mean, there's a lot of them out there, and I work with one that is pretty straightforward, very affordable, and it doesn't have all the bells and whistles for a bigger business. It's great for small business. And in my line of work, I have exposure to a lot of different systems, so I can recommend one that fits with a certain personality or a certain niche. And so let's say a coach or consultant. See, since I was in the medical field for 20 years, I think in the terms of electronic medical record, but it's an electronic client chart type thing. And having a system to where you can have all of your files for that person in a CRM, all your emails attached to that person, all your appointment attached to that person, all your mass emails, what email lists are they on, and being able to have a digital picture of that person so that when you hire another person in to help take your calls, make your appointments, or help you with better communication out, that's where I work with new clients, is seeing where their systems are, how they can get a better picture of their customers, their prospects, their clients. But we start with who are they working with first right now? Be organized in that. And then we move out to what is your current system in your consistent content. Because I believe that, especially at first, in content marketing, you have either a blog or a podcast or a video. That's your foundation. And in my mind, I know how that we can repurpose that message. I know how we can extract out information and put it into social media, put it through email, put it, just all the places. But it's my belief that, especially at first, coaches, consultants, solopreneurs, that if you're building a personal brand, you need to be writing or speaking or doing your own videos at first. You gain clarity, you get a consistency going, and then later, after you've done that a while, then I think that you can get help with like a content writer. And it just seems like the production of everything is just getting more and more and more professional. And it seems like for someone that's just starting out, it is too big of a project to even want to start. And we're getting more into video, and I don't know how the video will go, but I just see that better production in video.